Hello, welcome in. I just want to show you guys how I get my hair from looking like this to my process. So the first thing I do is I wet my hair down with some aloe vera water. I get it saturated really well, get it wet down really well. This is like a morning routine. Normally once I do this long process, I normally just refresh in the morning with the aloe water. So you want to make sure your hair is saturated. So that's what I'm doing here. Saturating that hair, getting it wet down really well. And then we also want to get it picked out. So you want to pick it out as much as you can. You don't want to pick the hair while it's dry because it will cause breakage. So you do want to make sure you have your water in there and have that hair moisturized with the water really well. Here I have some leave-in. It's a TGIN. That is the one with the buttercream. I'm going to actually mix those two together. I like the leave-in Miracle, the one with the white label. I like that one the best, but if you need a little extra moisture, then you use the other one. Again, I added a little bit of both of those. That's my leave-in. That's a daily routine that I use every day for as my leave-in conditioner moisturizer. Then what I do is once I get my leave-in in, I like to wear gloves, so I'm putting on some gloves here. And we're gonna moisturize this hair some more with some more water, adding the water in after the leave-in conditioner. Again, like I say, having that hair saturated is gonna be the key. Here I like to work in sections, so we are sectioning it off. I normally do the shorter hair and then work my way up into doing sections. Sections work better. Starting from the bottom, working way up is the best way to go. So yeah, I like to section it off. So we're gonna do the short part again. Adding the I don't even know the name of that mousse. That mousse is a much more. It gives you more of a crispier crunch. If you like the crunchy hold, more of a stiff hold, then I say use that. The one in the black and white bottle. And then I'm using my brush. I love this brush. It helps to define those curls a lot better. So I use that comb that product through, making sure you saturate the hair. Saturation is the key when you're trying to get your natural curls to pop, and then not touching the hair once you get it in the formation that you want. So we're just doing some circular motions around the shorter part just to make those curls pop a little more, making sure that hair is saturated with the product. And I don't, sometimes I sit on the dry, it depends on the weather, but a lot of times I will like diffuse it or let it air dry. Most of the time I let it air dry. Here I'm going to my next section. And again, we're going to go in with that Camilla Rose mousse. I like this mousse. It actually has a nice hold to it. It's not too stiff of a hold, but it does have a pretty good hold to it. And I like to try to get it as close to the root as possible, combing that product through, saturating throughout each strand. And you gotta do section by section because you want to make sure your sections. And here I'm doing finger curls just to make those curls pop even more. The longer part I do finger curl. This could be an arm workout, so yeah. Watch me work it. Adding more product as I go through it section by section. I'm only doing like one pump per section. And again, finger coiling them curls to make them pop more. And then as you work your way up, you want to kind of avoid the spacing in between each section. So just, kind of check your patterns a little bit when you're doing your section by section and make sure you're covering up your parted areas on that. So again, more mousse, combing it through with my brush, defining brush, and then just kind of splitting it up and finger coiling. That's the biggest thing when you're doing natural hair. So just because you're natural don't mean you don't do anything to your hair. You have to put some product on it. And like I say, I refresh every day with just adding some water to it. And I shampoo my hair about 2 to 3 times a week. So I don't like to build hair product buildup is another thing I don't like. So I do shampoo mine 2 to 3 times a week. Every 2 or 3 days I shampoo my hair. Again, product, finger coil, and using that brush makes a difference. So if you have a demi brush works well. The longer my hair gets, the more, I guess, the way the process, my process still is the same, but it changes a little bit. This takes me about 20 minutes to do my hair. Time myself. So it actually took me like 15 minutes to do it once I get everything in there. But this could be a arm workout when you try to untwist, well, do the separation of the twist. And like I say, I am longer in the top, so I have more length in the top. And I'm getting a little arm tired there, but that's okay. And I'm just kind of pulling it through just to make sure I'm covering up the parted areas. And the picture I showed before, that is actually the day that I did the hair, so that is what it looks like before, after I did this process. So this is the before that process. Again, combing it through, saturating, making sure all my products is all the way through their hair. Gloves, like I said, it actually helps to smooth that hair. I can do it without the gloves, but I find that gloves do better. If you using the products on your hand, you eventually your hands feel a little funny. So yeah, I recommend using gloves. It helps that product to stay on the hair and not absorb in your hands, your skin. Again, my last little section, get my product on, working it through with that comb, and now I'm going to work it through with the fingers. And that is my process for is doing my hair. Um, Naturally, I am natural. This is my hair growth after chemo. I have had it trimmed like twice. I'm gonna actually just see how long I can go. Was doing relaxers before, but like I say, after chemo treatment, this is what my hair looks like now. And I am trying to stay natural without the chemicals. So this is what I look like afterwards. Everything is done. Have a great day.